Hello, welcome to Chapter 16 for Business Math called Marketing. We are in Lesson 16.3 called Market Share. As always, make sure you're reading through the chapter, look at the lesson and what's the new vocabulary and concepts they're asking you to understand. As you go through the example, look at not just how to complete the math, but why. Why are we multiplying? Why are we adding? Why are we subtracting? The more you understand the why, the better you'll be able to apply it as we move along here. So again, don't just look for how, look for why. All right, so let's go ahead and read our summary here. So one way to find out how your product is selling in the marketplace is to determine its market share. Market share is the percent of the entire market that your percent of the entire market that purchases your product instead of a competitor's product. You can calculate your percent of the total market share by using either the number of units sold or the dollar value of the sales. And then they give us our little formula here. So we have market share equals the total product sales divided by total market sales. So we're looking at how much do we sell for our product on the top, and then on the bottom of the fraction, the total market, everything across the board, including all the competitors. So in this table, and they want us to complete it to 1/10 of a percent. Make sure you're paying attention to that part. It tells you how to round it. They give you the total product sales, and then they give you the total market sales. So they're even giving it to us in the order we kind of need it in for each one of these. So you're literally just going to divide going across here, and that's not a terribly crazy calculation here. So big numbers, make sure you're paying attention, put the correct number of zeros in when you're doing this so that you do get the right answer. So you're just going to divide each one of these. Make sure that you convert it to a percentage because that's what we want to see. So when you actually divide these two, I'll go ahead and pull the calculator out here. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1,000,000 divided by 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 20 million equals, and so we get 0.05. Remember, I don't want you're not supposed to put 0.05 in there. It's a percentage. That's what we want to see. It's easier to kind of relate percentages. So you can either move the decimal 2 times yourself or go times 100, and you get 5. So I'll go ahead and fill this first guy in here. So 5%. All right, so I'm going to let you finish the table. We're only going to look at, I think, let's see. We're only going to look at one of these word problems down here, and then maybe the table there just to kind of make sure we understand what to do. And that'll kind of end off this one a little quickly. So Lenviro Inc. sells approximately 3,516,000 beetle traps per year. The insect control industry sells approximately 9 million beetle traps per year. What is Enro's market share? Exact same thing you were doing in the table, just now you have more of a story. Instead of just simply the name of the company, you're actually kind of getting more of a story and what the actual product is. But we still do the same thing. How much do they sell versus how much does the entire market sell? So we just simply write out our equation or our kind of formula here. So they Ooh, I don't know what that was. That was kind of crazy. Coughing. So they sell the 3 million and the whole market share. Ooh. Fun stuff to happen on a video. And the whole market share is 9 million. So you just go ahead and divide those two numbers just like you did. What the heck is going on here? Okay. Silly things. All right, just like we did in the table up here. So we should be all good to go there. Same exact thing you're going to do in all these other ones. The only difference is they're switching up to millions in 7, 8, and not 9, but 7 and 8. So we can do the same thing we did. We're just going to talk about it in millions instead of in total items. So Your company sells pens and pencil sets. Last year, sales totaled 4.3 million. The total market sales were 15 million. What was your company's market share? So same idea, you're just going to take what was yours, what was the total, and you're just going to divide the same way. So 14.3, and I'm going to put mil instead of million, divided by 15 mil. And in this case, million and million kind of cancel out. We don't have to worry about them really, because one's on top, one's on the bottom. Units cancel out the same way as kind of numbers can cancel out when you're dividing them away. So you do the same thing. You don't have to convert this to 4,300,000 and 15 million when you actually put in your calculator. You can do 4.3 divided by 15, and you'll still get the correct answer. Same thing for number 8. They're both in millions. Number 9 goes back to kind of a units idea. Okay. Number 10. So year-end sales data for sales of apparel in the U.S. is shown. Complete the table, round to the nearest tenth of a percent. All right. So we have men's, women's, boys, girls, infants, and toddlers. They want you to total it because we need to know what the total market share is for everything. So we need to total this all the way down. We need to add everything in those columns so that we have a total sitting here. The market share, we're going to do this number we just totaled, and that's what we're going to divide everything by because this is the total market. All right. So everything, all of these numbers is going to get divided by this total. Same thing we did up here. Piece divided by the total. So here's a piece, we're going to divide by the total. Here's another piece, we're going to divide by the total. Okay, so same thing, we're just doing it multiple times for the one problem. And then when you get here, we're going to add straight down, and these are percentages. And if you think about this logically, when we think of a percent, what's the highest we should be able to get to? We should get to 100% because that's a percent is always out of 100. If we have more than 100%, it means we did more than what we had. Because 100% should be everything, right? So when you get done with this, you add these down. If you don't get 100%, go back and check your math. Something went wrong. All right, I believe that is, yep, that's the end of section 3. So I hope that helped, and I will see you in section 4.